Mr. Zlotnick, come on up, but Ms. Metters, who's still around, I think. Oh, in the back, gave a note for the file only, and we're going to post it on the website saying, this is my wording, stop fooling around, get testimony after each item. It makes it easier to understand and easier for the points to be made, no matter how long it takes. Behave yourself, Phil. All that. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Metters. Mr. Zlotnick.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. An hour is late, and I'm actually kind of used to this with my last name beginning with a Z. I'm kind of used to the end of the day.
You mean there's kind of a natural order to the...
It tends to be that, you know. Just very quickly, a couple things. Mr. Brown made the comment, and I know I don't have to remind you, Mr. Chairman, but obviously alternatives have to be focused on the project purposes, and so that sort of helps limit what you're looking at. And I want to thank you and the council and Mr. Fiorini's comments in particular on the portfolio that I thought was very interesting to point out that the BDCP is not the state water plan, and that particularly as Mr. Fiorini said, a lot of the things that are there are part of your conversation here in the Delta plan.
But tomorrow is always another day.
That's true. That's true. But the main reason I wanted to come up was very briefly at the outset of the meeting today. There was some discussion about the pumping restrictions because of the smelt actions and, you know, how much water had been lost and where did that come from. Just very briefly, I wanted to let you know that the restrictions actually started back in early 10 days into December and have been going on since then. And as of today, the modeling tells us that we've lost over 800,000 acre feet, about 500,000.
This is to meet the current legally required biological opinion.
Yes,
these are to comply with existing law.
Right. The only point of letting you know is this is what the situation is in terms of complying with the biological opinions and what the impact is. From early December, early-ish December to today, it's a little over 800,000 acre feet, with 500,000 of that hitting the state project and 300,000 on the federal project. And we'll be providing a written some background and explanation to you about sort of why and what some of the concerns are. Mr. Knopp discussed a little bit about the smelt and how the triggers work and the sampling and things like that. So we'll just provide you with some information about that we think is pertinent background for your edification.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zlotnick.